I would have never thought it possible that you could make ridiculous money the way so many are off of social media. Who would have thought that like 10 years ago? Seriously. I am seeing so many people just bankrolling off of social media, off of Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and it's like, okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? And what I'm doing is what I'm doing right now. I'm jumping on board, all right? So stay tuned because I've got some exciting shit to share with you guys, all right? And I'm keeping it real and I'm keeping it simple, okay? Because where I'm starting is a good start that can fit for you too. So stay tuned and don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, okay? This is actually my first sit down with this setup in front of my camera, chatting and sharing something that I've never done before with YouTube, and here I am doing it today. I'm really excited about this, a little bit nervous because this is my first time managing with this type of a setup, but I'm really excited about it and I look forward to sharing more insight with you. So stay tuned, don't you go nowhere. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the bottom, subscribe. Go ahead, do it now. I'm learning to monetize my YouTube channel and I'm watching all these amazing YouTubers and some of these gals and the things that they're talking about. And it's simply amazing to see how our younger generation, I'm 46, so it's simply amazing to see how our younger generation is booming, you know, and has taken the time to really learn how to brand and market themselves to where they're at right now. And I'm like, oh my gosh, why didn't we have it like that back then in my time, in my early 20s? Well, the truth of the matter is I was raising kids. I was raising children. My experience so far getting my YouTube channel up and going, what I've known, what I've learned, and what I've applied to get to this point, okay? So, let's get started. Been around, as we know, a long time, right? In 2016, I actually worked part-time for this skincare company. It was called Olivia. It was like one of those marketing skincare, or one of those, how do you call them? You bring somebody under you and you get X amount, you bring somebody else, MLM, Multilevel Marketing. I think that's what that was. And one of the tools that I used for marketing, to market this company, was YouTube, right? Back then, I knew literally that much when it came to monetization. I really didn't know a whole lot. I just knew that YouTube was an amazing social media platform for the purposes of creating videos and sharing. And that's what that is. But I didn't know anything outside of that as far as monetization and ads and all this good stuff. Anyway, I will tell you this. A couple of videos in that I had actually produced for the skincare company that I worked for part-time, a couple videos in, I started noticing ads were running on the video, on my channel. And I was like, okay, this is different. I think back then too, you had an option of approving and allowing for that. So I would just be playing around with stuff, not even knowing really what I'm doing. And I started seeing these ads come through on my channel. Now, again, I don't know if it's something they placed themselves or was something from what I was doing that I don't know, but they were there, okay? Story short, I actually received 2 checks from YouTube. And those checks were based off of those ads that were running on my channel. Why I didn't run with it then, I don't know. I had a lot going on in my life. There was just so much going on. That really, it should have been a priority because I said, this is a job. If I had kept it going then, God knows where it would have been today, right? But it's okay. We live and we learn. So now, speeding forward, I watch only YouTube. I only watch YouTube aside from Netflix or Hulu, smart television, Roku, whatever. I watch a lot of my movies, my programming, so on and so forth through YouTube. So I'm going through YouTube now. This is months back. I'm going through YouTube now, and I'm looking at branding. I'm looking at marketing because I am the owner of Jingtum. That's my company. So I'm learning. I utilize YouTube to learn and educate, so on and so forth. And so I decide I want to learn more about becoming a YouTuber. What does that look like? Because I'm hearing about all this monetization. And I'm seeing all these ads running. I'm like, oh my God, I can't stand these ads. But these ads are paying to run on these people's channels, right? So it's like, okay. And now YouTube does this whole thing, YouTube Premium, where you can have the YouTube Premium and there it's ad free, and on your, when you're watching movies, and you can actually keep your YouTube running even when you shut it down, it'll still run in the background. They've just advanced in so many different ways, right? And they got this YouTube Premium where you can make money when people come on your channel that have YouTube Premium, all kinds of different stuff they have going on. I'm like, okay. Time for me to learn and understand what this looks like on a whole different level. So here is where I'm at right now. So I'm going to share with you all where I'm at. From this point forward, my channel is changing. If you go look at my channel right now, there's no structure at all. You're going to see a compilation of different things, primarily related to fitness, because I'm a personal trainer and a competitive bodybuilder. I'm a figure competitor. So you're going to see a lot of that, but there's no structure. And that's the problem. I have one video, my quads, and it went to 2.2 million views. Crazy. But then you look at, I don't even know how that happened. I don't even know how that happened. Okay. But if you look at the other videos, they're nowhere near. I've got a couple that are in the 1,000, but nowhere near 2.2 million. So now it's like, okay, you know what? We got to figure out how this works. I'm actually sharing, when I'm sharing with you all, I'm talking to one of my clients who understands how this all works a little better than I do, has more knowledge to it. And she's like, Tosh, you need to get your watch hours up because you got money coming to you, right? So I looked this up and it's like, okay, if you have 2.2 million views, how much do you get paid out if you have the watch hours? I think it's $2,000 per million, if I'm not mistaken. And if I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments below. Education is power. Teach me something, please. I'd like to learn if I'm off with that. But that's pretty damn good. So now for me, it's like, okay, I need to get that money. I need to get that. So what do I need to do? So now that's where this is where I'm at now, learning to understand how to get to that next level. Right? So stay tuned. I'm going to come right back and I'm going to share that with you. Don't forget to subscribe and make sure to turn those notifications on so that you can be updated as soon as I load a video. I'll be right back. Check it out. I'm going to list in point form what I've been doing, what I've done this for. So the first thing is your setup. Where are you creating your content? Or what is that you're creating so that you'll understand what your setup needs to look like? That should be the first thing, right? So right now, my setup is in this little corner. I have a ring light, which you can actually see through my glasses. And that's something I'm probably going to need to work on. But I have a ring light behind me to give me good lighting. I like my little corner. It's little girly little corner, and I like it. I like the reflection from the mirror because it gives the illusion of a little bit of a larger space, but still quaint. I like my little desk here, my Jingtum right by my side. So this kind of works for me right now for this purpose of sitting and speaking, right, and sharing. And it'll switch up, but point blank, find your area. Find that area that you're going to comfortably be able to work within, okay? Lighting is important because lighting is a big deal, so you definitely want to make an investment on a ring light, either on your phone. They have the ones that attach to your phone, or you want to get the ring light and have that behind you, okay? I just recently invested in a microphone, so I'll have an external microphone for audio purposes. When you're starting out, that's what, I didn't have that when I started out. Shoot, when I first was creating, I was doing it through my laptop, the camera on my laptop. This is very different, okay? So, but just keep it minimal until you start advancing and accelerating. Then you can accelerate and you can add on to advance your setup. Don't go crazy when you're just starting out. Just keep it nice and bright and make sure your audio is consistent. The next thing is you want to make sure that you are consistent, okay? Keep it together because you are selling yourself. You're selling yourself. You're selling yourself. Okay? I'm 46. I'm a mother of 4. That's a brand. You're selling yourself. So keep it all together. Okay? The next thing, when I started out and didn't know what I was doing, I was not putting nothing on paper. I wasn't treating it like a business. And it's a business. Creating content for the purposes of social media, branding, marketing, anything of that sort, that's work. You're doing that for a purpose. There's a reason behind that. So you got to take that serious, right? What I've been doing, I'll share with you, is I put down everything as far as my subjects. What do I want to talk about? So this here is my start to this. One of the things that I never did this before, but now I'm listing everything that I want to speak to. So I start off with 12 points. As I get through each one, I check them off. As I get through each one and I get to the 12, then I'll create another 12. Okay? So for example, one of the things on here is fitness, right? So what I'll do is I'll list fitness, and next to it on another page, I'm brainstorming. What about it do I want to talk about? Because I only have X amount of time, right? So what do I want to talk about? So I list all those points, and that's what I'm speaking to. And I keep going through it until I'm done. By then, I've got 12 programs, right? And then I'm going to create another 12 and keep going and just finding new content to talk about. Keep it simple, keep it relatable, keep it comfortable so you know what you're talking about comfortably, right? And then just get it done. So that's what's been working for me. You want to set a schedule as well. So go ahead and set you a schedule of when you're going to be posting your content. Are you posting once a week? Are you posting twice a week? I would definitely do some research and find out how or what that needs to look like, because I need to do that too. Do I want to post once a week? Is that the best way to start? Or twice a week to build up my watch hours, or I'm not sure. So that's something that's new for me. I'm going to be looking into that as well. And as I learn, I will definitely share with you, okay? So that's kind of where I'm at in a nutshell right now. Is I am learning to understand what this looks like. I am learning to understand how this works, and I am willing to give it time to fuel it with consistency. And I encourage you all to take this journey with me, grow with me, and let's do this together, because check it out. This works for me. There's no reason why this cannot work for you. And that's something that you have to remember. If all these other people are doing this and they're succeeding with amazing success, mental and financial success, watch what they're doing, take notes, learn it, study it, and follow the directions, follow the steps, follow what they're following, and do the exact same thing, replicate it. You can't lose. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to replicate it, because I can't lose. Neither will you. All right, so stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button, hang out with me, and let's grow together. Let's grow together, right? Let's learn from the best. Let's learn from those that have had amazing. Okay, don't forget, once again, go ahead and subscribe, hit the notification, stay tuned, follow me on this journey, and let's grow together. I'll see you guys soon. Guys, don't forget, hit that subscribe button down below, okay? And make sure to put that notification on so that you get notified when I have new videos loaded, all right? Because I want you all to be a part of this journey with me.